Hey guys, I am super excited about today's video. I got my hands on the new Makeup Revolution times The Nightmare Before Christmas collection. So The Nightmare Before Christmas has always been one of my favorite movies, and when I saw that Makeup Revolution was coming out with a Nightmare Before Christmas collection, I knew that I had to get my hands on it. So off the bat, I love the packaging. This is, I believe there's a couple of different palettes. So this is the Jack palette. So here is what a close-up of the palette looks like. Really fun design. We have Jack on there with some green and some other really cool details. Yes, my nails match it. I wanted them to match this video, so my mom painted them for me. She actually did a really good job, so I'm really appreciative of that. But I don't even know what this palette looks like. I bought it solely on the design and the Nightmare Before Christmas theme. So let's open it up and see. So on the back, it's showing that there's 36 colors in this palette, which if that's how many are in this, then that is absolutely insane. I want to say this palette was $22. So definitely a little steep for being Makeup Revolution, but I can understand because it's like a collab with The Nightmare Before Christmas, but definitely steep for Makeup Revolution's prices. And let's see. Ooh, alright. I'm gonna take these little plastic pieces off so we can see them better. So I really hope this focuses, but we have 36 shades. We have some shimmers and mattes. And there are some really cool kind of like indentations of Jack's face, which I thought was a really cool detail. There's some fun names. We have Halloween Town, we have Everybody Scream, Pumpkin King, we have Dead of the Night, Undersea Gal, Jack's House, Sally. So a lot of fun names that definitely, you know, are based off of the movie. Totally just indented one of the colors with my fingernail, but the inside of the palette says Moonlight, Mischief, and Madness, which is really cool. Alright, so moment of truth. We're going to swatch some shades. So I'm going to start out with the color that I just put my fingernail in, and that is the shade 0. Let's see. It feels nice under my finger. It swatched pretty nice on my finger. And that's a shimmer shade. So let's swatch a couple more and then I'll show you guys. I'm going to go into Pumpkin King. I want to see how Oogie Boogie, or Oogie Boogie? I don't even know. I want to see how that swatches. Then let's swatch Dead of the Night, pretty purple shade. Ooh, that swatched pretty nicely. Okay. Alright, not as bad as I thought they were going to swatch. The Oogie Boogie, or Oogie Boogie, I don't even remember how to say it, shade isn't coming up too much, but not too shabby. I'm interested to see how they perform on my lids. Okay, so I just did my brows real quick. I used my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, and then I used my Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base in Fair. I use that as my base. I really love this stuff. It really makes my eyeshadow pop. I do have a discount code with them. I will definitely pop it somewhere in this video if you guys want to use that. Time to try this bad boy out. So I don't even know like what colors I want to start with and what look I even want to attempt with this. So I'm going to start out with this Pumpkin King color, and we're going to apply it to our inner corner above our crease. I'm just taking a Luxie tapered blending brush, going into that pumpkin shade. Okay, not terrible. Not bad. I'm taking my Morphe M321 brush. I'm going to go back into that Pumpkin King shade and just deepen it a little bit. So it's not like the most pigmented color, but it's definitely workable. Like, you can definitely build it up and work with it. And it's definitely not the worst. Like, it's definitely showing up. So next I'm going to take that same Luxie brush. I'm going to go into the Sandy Claws. It's a pretty red shade, and we're going to kind of just blend out that orange into the center. Okay, again, I feel like it's definitely workable. It's not horrible. Alright, so I'm going to take the same brush and we're going to go into the shade Spooky, a really pretty purple shade. Just going to blend out that red shade we applied. extending it out a little bit. So I'm taking this random pure P70 brush and I'm just gonna buff out the colors. There's no pigment on here. This is just kind of to diffuse the colors. So now I'm going to apply some of my Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Base. We're going to kind of do a cut crease, but we're not going to fan it out all the way. We're just going to go kind of to the edge of the eye. So I'm going to take the shade Undersea Gal, really pretty, kind of like sagey green shade, and we're going to pack it on the outer corner of our lid. This is actually showing up pretty well. So I kind of just faded it out a little bit to create like an ombre, so it almost looks lighter into darker. Next I'm going to take the shade Bones, kind of just like a soft skin color, like very similar to my base, and I'm just going to set it with it. Okay, so I just went ahead and did my face real quick, and now we're going to continue with the eye. So I'm taking this random BH Cosmetics brush. It's from the Crystal collection, I believe. And we're going to go into this really beautiful purple shade. It's the shade Spooky. I'm just going to apply it to my lower lash line on the outer corner, and we're just kind of like attach it to the purple that we applied before. Next, taking that same brush, we're going to go into the Sandy Claws shade, the pretty red, and we're going to blend out that purple towards the inner center of the bottom lash line. Okay, so next we're going into the shade Pumpkin King, that orange shade, applying that on the inner corner. Next, I want to go into the shade What's This and mixing it with Eureka, and we're just going to apply that to our inner corner and our brow bone. I did pick up two of the lips. I picked up Zero and Sally. So the packaging for Sally is so beautiful. She's at the top of the lip gloss, and then it just says The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a really pretty sparkly pink shade, so definitely not going to go with my eye look today, but we will definitely swatch it. Doesn't really smell like anything. Okay, the gloss is like, you can barely see it. So it's a very faint pink shade. Doesn't really show up in my opinion. But yeah, I want to say the glosses were like $8 each. The glosses are definitely more gimmicky than anything. Like if you're like a true fan of Nightmare Before Christmas and you like collecting things, then I definitely think you can definitely collect them because they're super. And then Zero is just a clear gloss with a zero and his little house up top. Super cute. Okay, my lips are like drier than the desert right now, but I just applied some of my Joseph Colors Sleepless. So the packaging is definitely on point, really well made, really nicely designed. So you get 36 colors for $22. There are a ton of shades. They're definitely workable. They're not the most pigmented colors, but they definitely do show up. Some of the colors swatch a little better than others. Some were kind of a little chalky, but they were definitely workable. Do I feel like you need this collection? No. If you don't love Nightmare Before Christmas, I really don't think you need this collection. If you are a fan, I do think you would really enjoy it. So please let me know what you think of this collection, if you plan on getting it yourself or if you're just going to pass. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until my next one, bye!